Hey, good morning. It is the start of day 2. Checking in to look at my progress. My face is significantly less red. Actually, you know what? I had noticed that my face was less red last night, like in between the two towelette steps. I noticed that my face was less red. So let's do a scary close-up. Remember the red like dots that I was pointing out? I don't know, are they less apparent now? My skin is definitely less red, which totally helps. But I still have the spots, and I have a pimple that popped up overnight. Like, what the heck? I was not expecting that. I think that's hormonal, right? Because that's like underneath the surface, cystic didn't come to a head. So, something going on. So, that's me today. I'm also sad to report that last night was kind of rough. I had a pretty rough night last night. I woke up 3 times because I was in such pain. My face was hurting, and it wasn't even my whole face necessarily. It was a pinpoint surface area that was hurting, but it would be on multiple places of my face, and then it would move. So like at one point it would hurt here, and then it would, like 2 seconds later, it would be like here, and it would just be like this sharp pain. It's not even like my face is tender or sore. I don't really know how to describe it. And one of those times I woke up fully. I just got out of bed because I couldn't stand it. Also, I had to pee. And I ended up putting not a very thin layer of this post-treatment repair cream because I was instructed I could use it as needed. It's the anti-itch hydrocortisone. I didn't have too much faith that it would help me because I wasn't itchy. It was painful. It did help though, or maybe it was a placebo effect. I don't know. I think it helped. It didn't help immediately, but I eventually was able to get to sleep. And then my dog woke me up, and then it started the whole cycle again. But I woke up feeling a lot better. I had a little bit of pain like right here. It's subsided for now. I can tell you that my face feels noticeably tighter. It is harder for me to make expressions, but I'm gonna go throughout the day and see how I feel. And then right now for the instructions for the morning of day 2 is to wash my face with a gentle cleanser and then use this post-treatment repair cream, and then also use the SPF. It says even if you're not going outside. It is quite an overcast day, but I know UV can still penetrate through clouds, so I'm gonna follow the instructions to a T. I will check in a little bit later. Bye. Hi again. It is nighttime of day 2, potentially an hour before bedtime. I'm not really sure, but we're gonna pretend it is. It is, oh yeah, it's 11 o'clock at night, so hopefully I will be asleep in the hour. I am at the point where I am doing the 1 hour before bedtime routine, which is to cleanse the skin using the gentle purifying cleanser, and then to rinse with water and pat dry, and then apply the Precision Plus Post Peel Towelette. And I brought my scissors this time so I don't get pissed at the packaging. And then you wait 30 minutes and apply this. And then you wait 10 minutes and then you apply the post-treatment repair cream. So how did today go? Well, let's look at, is this really gross? I just feel really oily. I've been really good about not touching my face. I am significantly less red. I still have some red spots here. Like I feel like I look sunburned a little bit. The red dots up here have not disappeared. They're still there. I feel super shiny and oily. And this part right here is still really red. And my active inflammation has not subsided. My skin still feels really tight. It's a little bit of the I just got Botox feeling, or a week after you get Botox feeling, or maybe similar to when you get out of the shower and you don't put on moisturizer yet, your skin feels tight. Those of us with hard water will know what I'm talking about. So I can definitely feel like something had happened, but so I'm still, yeah, things are a little bit tight for me. I can feel it when I try to make expressions, especially on the upper 2/3 of my face. I don't totally feel it down here. I did not have to use this at all once today. The repair cream, I did not need it at all. I barely even thought about it, but I think I will probably turn to it in the next few days, probably days 3 to 7 from what I understand, where it is in the instruction guide that peeling or flaking usually begins. So I'll keep an eye on it and be taking this with me everywhere I go for the next 3 to 7 days. I did go out today. I had mentioned earlier about whether or not I was going to put on sunblock. I did put on the sunblock, and I actually want to show it to you. I'll show you applying it tomorrow. It was really thick and goopy, which I thought was going to be a good thing. The active ingredients are here. It does say wait 15 minutes before you go outside, so I thought it was the one where it has to absorb to your skin, which usually doesn't give you white cast. This, FYI, massive white cast. Also, it like pills, or I don't think it pills. It comes off in my fingers. I'll show you tomorrow, but like I have a little bit, I don't know if you caught it, a little bit of white around here. It's not my skin peeling. My skin hasn't started peeling yet. It's from the sunblock. That's how I'm looking tonight. I will check in tomorrow. Tomorrow I am going out and it's supposed to be a little bit sunnier, which thankfully I'm going to a birthday party and it's going to be in the park. So hopefully it does not rain. I just feel like I'm gonna need to really cover up to protect my skin. So I will check in with you tomorrow. Hi, good morning. It is the beginning of day 3, checking in, and we are starting to peel. The peeling is happening. Like some right here, around my nostrils, and then I knew that there was some peeling going on here actually last night. So when I was washing my face, and the first time that day I was touching my face outside of that morning, I could feel rough spots. Underneath all of that oil, I could feel rough spots, so I can tell that I'm going to start peeling. And I was told by the esthetician to expect peeling on the lower half of my face first, because that's where you express more, that's where your skin moves more, and then I think eventually it moves up to the top half of your face. And they had repeated instructions to not like pick at it. It is so, I don't know how you not pick at it. It's very, I want to pick at it. But so this morning I just cleansed my face and then used that post treatment, that hydrocortisone. Today I am going to a birthday party, so I'm gonna try to cover it up with makeup. Oh my god, it's itchy. When I'm talking, it's itchy right here. I think because the skin is rubbing against each other. Oh my god. The recommendation is to use like little scissors to cut off that extra hanging skin. I don't have that right now. But I'm gonna try to, oh, and last night I was able to sleep through the night, no pain whatsoever, so that was good. I don't know what happened that first night, that was really scary and painful. So I'm gonna try to put on makeup and cover this up and see how far I can get. Hey, I'm back. So I'm running really late, so I need to wrap up what I'm doing here and then also check in with you. So the makeup application was really rough, both literally and figuratively. It's like, oh, by the way, I didn't use the provided SPF because I didn't want the white cast while I was going out right now, so I used this one, which is an SPF 50 plus, so that's fine. I felt safe using this one, so I think it's fine. It's just the other one was like almost pilling on me. So I figured that was okay. The makeup application was really rough and I kind of got a foreshadowing of that when I was putting on the sunblock and my skin was coming off in my hands. My strategy with my makeup now is to bring attention to the upper half of my face. Did it work? You're not looking at my nose area and my mouth? I hope people only stay like this far away from me because here is an up close on my foundation. I'm using the IT Cosmetics. This is one of my absolute favorites, by the way. Here. But even putting on that foundation with a brush, the brush was taking off my skin. So that was difficult. And I think that's pretty much it. The up close, like, I'm definitely starting to peel here. I only want to keep a distance, so definitely, I don't know why I thought I was special and that I would be the one who wouldn't start peeling until day 4, but just a heads up, you're not special. You're gonna be peeling on day 3. I'm gonna get going, and I hope you find this helpful. Oh, the esthetician, by the way, who was doing my peel, was surprised to find out that I was 39, and I was surprised that she was surprised. Well, one, because I feel like I look 39, and then, but the other thing is, she sees people like all the time. She sees so many people all the time. So I was surprised to learn that she was surprised. What do you think? I mean, not that I'm mad, ain't it? Age is a number. I'm happy to have the privilege to age. And, sorry, I'm like fumbling around in here. I'm happy to have the privilege to age, but yeah, what did you, and I won't get offended because I feel like I look my age, so it doesn't really matter to me. But out of curiosity, what did you think my age was before I told you? Okay, so I will go ahead. If anything changes, I'll check in tonight. If not, I will see you tomorrow morning. Bye. Hi, something did happen-ish. It's been about 7 hours since I last checked in from this morning when I was putting on my makeup, and I said that I'd check in if anything happened. Well, things are happening. So as the day went on, my face continued to come off my face. I am peeling, continuing to peel. As the day went on, I started to continue to peel. There's like orange on my lips, huh? I don't know what that is. I mean, was there something I ate? I don't know. I don't know. Okay, anyway. So a lot here. I could feel it too. And here are coming off. Sorry, my dog is excited. We're home, I guess. I can also, like, when I do that, I can tell like that's wanting to come off. And I also feel like you make those expressions and then your skin creases in that way that says, I'm ready to come off. So lesson, day 3, you will definitely start peeling. I don't know why I thought it was special, and I would be like, I'm gonna peel on day 4. So I'm gonna wash this off. I think I'm gonna use the cleanser. I think I'm able to, the instructions say after day 7, you can resume your normal skincare routine. Does that mean like no moisturizer? The only thing that it says I could put on is that post-treatment repair cream, which is hydrocortisone. So I'm not supposed to put on moisturizer? That seems odd to me. I might Google it. I don't know why he came in and just left. Oh no, he's not leaving. He's still here. Hi. I wanted to show you too my UV umbrella. This is what I used when I was out today. It was sunnier than it was supposed to be. It was supposed to be like raining, or cloudy at least, not raining. It was supposed to be cloudy, and I made a lot of good use out of this. I had previously been using my like rain umbrella to cover myself from the sun, but then I read, I mean, it makes sense that the sun's rays, like you could see through the umbrella, which means that UV is coming through the umbrella, meaning there's still potential damage that could be happening from the sun. So I got this one, which as you can see, it has that black liner, which will prevent the sun's rays from getting it. Of course, more is more. I mean, I layered on, I put the sunblock on, and then that CC cream has sunblock in it as well. And then I also used this. Hopefully all those measures add up to something. All right, my face is feeling super tight. I'm gonna wash it off and continue through my night. I just washed my face with a gentle cleanser and then used the post-treatment repair cream. I'm really wondering if I can just use moisturizer, but I have now grown a beard. I'll continue to track progress, but as promised, down here it's starting to peel first. Hello, this is day 4 after my peel. I wanted to check in and show you what the progress looks like. This morning I washed my face using that gentle cleanser, which I can confirm it is a gentle cleanser, in the form of I accidentally get it in my eye sometimes and it doesn't sting. So I can testify from personal experience, it is indeed a gentle cleanser. I applied this SPF 50 from Beauty of Joseon. I also was very covered up in doing errands. It was pretty sunny this morning, so I put on a cap, I put on sunglasses, and I put on a face mask. I was actually kind of surprised when I got home and I took off my face mask because I felt like I should be peeling a lot, and then I took off my face mask and I saw this and I was like, that doesn't look like it feels. I definitely feel, like, I'm gonna be honest, it feels worse than it is. I would have thought I would have been peeling more, but I still have mostly here. I'm trying to strike the balance between being very gentle with my face, but while also putting on the products. So there is some certain amount of rubbing that happens when you put on sunblock. And when I'm putting on sunblock, it just comes off in my hands. Like my skin comes off in my hands. So there is an element of that. Speaking of taking off your skin, yesterday, the bigger patches of skin that were coming off along my nasal labial folds and my sides of my nostril drive me nuts. They would like touch each other and it would tickle my face or like irritate me. It was annoying. So I finally just took out, they were like your cuticle nippers, and I ended up cutting them. So much better. I'm actually thinking about doing that just in general for these pieces that are standing out when I'm going out. I think the key, honestly, is to just not look in a mirror. When you look in a mirror, it's game over. You want to take it all off. And I think for me, I'm just going to try to avoid mirrors as much as I can. But when I have to, or be around people, I think I really just need to cut off like they recommended. Also, speaking of what they recommended. So I did some Googling yesterday after I was like, can I put on moisturizer or not? I feel like an idiot. I keep reading and keep getting it re-emphasized that you should not use anything outside of the post-treatment kit. I did not realize this, but the post-treatment repair cream is your moisturizer, which I did not guess, and I feel like an idiot because it doesn't say it's moisturizer. It just says anti-itch hydrocortisone 1% as the only active ingredient, and there are a bunch of inactive ingredients, but to me, that doesn't scream moisturizer. Regardless how it feels, certainly my face feels better after I use it. So we're just gonna follow the instructions and use only that and not a separate moisturizer. Going against that, and the fact that I've used a different SPF, I hope that's okay. It's time for me to reapply sunblock, and I wanna do that with you so you can see what I'm talking about when I'm talking about the fact that it gives me such a white cast and it's very thick and goopy. So I can put that on right now and show you. So here we go, a little bit here. So at first I was like, oh, it's really thick, it's really nice, but I don't feel like any of it's getting absorbed. I would definitely put on, like on my fingers more than what I showed you right now. And I'm already like 3/4 of my face covered with more to spare. And I know, so this one, I looked up the ingredients also for this one. If you know your sunscreen, you know this before I did. It is a mix of the chemical, physical sunscreen. So some of it is the one that gets absorbed into your skin. Some of it is the one that sits on top of your skin. Of course, the part that is sitting on top of my skin is the part that you're seeing right now. But I hope you understand what I mean now when I was like, not loving it because it is goopy and it is not getting absorbed into my skin. And I was like supposed to go out like this. And I just have like this leftover that's on my hands. It's also on my face. I don't think that's skin, by the way. I feel like that's sunblock. Because I had that the first time I used it when my skin was not peeling yet. I need a paper towel. I can't, see, it's like getting gummy in my hands. So I don't know how to use this. I think this is my least favorite of the whole box. I appreciate them, including a very powerful sunscreen, but I think I'm gonna stick to the other ones. I don't know what to do with this one. It's just gumming up in my hands and it's staying on my skin. You see that white cast until I rubbed it? Did I rub it off? And then does that give me less protection? I don't know. I need to clean up. I'm gonna wipe this off and not wipe it off. I'm gonna try to continue to work this into my skin, take off all the gummy parts, just feels really gross. And I will check back with you probably tomorrow. Good morning, it's day 5 and here is how I'm doing. I'm honestly surprised that I'm not peeling more. And I'm kind of confused because my face still feels really tight. I thought at this point I'd be like more than halfway there. I don't feel like I'm halfway there yet because it's still primarily around my mouth and my nose. It's moved up to the bridge of my nose, but for the most part I still have rough patches around my cheeks that I can feel and my forehead. I don't know, it looks like I have like a wax paper on top of my forehead. I feel like I still look a little bit sunburned in some parts of my face, but first order of business, I want to rescind a lot of what I said last night. Or no, I don't know if I'm gonna rescind it, but like when I was talking about this SPF from VI Derm and then I went to go wash my face, I was having such a hard time trying to get the goopiness off my face and off my hands, and I was trying to kind of wash it off gently. And then I realized I was just scrubbing too hard. It was not a very pleasant experience, and I was like, who the heck would use this? Why would they give this to me? And then I was in such disbelief that this is a product that can go out to the masses for this specific purpose. And then I used it on the back of my hand and look. None of that goopiness, none of that what I was experiencing yesterday, none of that like rolling off in my hand. Isn't that a beautiful finish? After I was trying to wash it off yesterday, I was ready to throw this into a pit of fire, but I think that this is good, just not for during the peeling and healing, which is odd considering they specifically gave it to us for that purpose. But regardless, I'm gonna keep it and not throw it into a pit of fire, and I'll keep using my other sunscreens while my skin is peeling. I am getting ready for work and I wanted to show you more of what it could look like on an everyday basis, but I have to be honest, I'm pretty over it. I'm pretty over this. I'm ready for my skin to be healed. I'm over having to use only the products that was provided in that kit, plus these different sunscreens. I am over my skin being really tight. I'm over having to be really gentle with my skin. Like yesterday, I wiped my sleeve underneath my nose, completely forgetting that I had this peel, and I went like this, and just like the whole, this whole section, that's why I have no peeling on this part of my face because yesterday it was just like one fell like, woof, oops. So anyway, I'm pretty over it, which is why I think I'm disappointed that I'm not as peely as I thought I would be at this point. I need to get rid of some of these like extra loose hanging skin. It's not as, I think some of it came off when I was washing my face this morning. It's actually not that much, but I'm gonna do the little scissors method to take some of this off. Also, my lips are really dry. I don't know if that's the peel or just the weather, but I don't know, side effect. I'm gonna manage that as well. And then also put on some makeup because I would do that normally. I just want to live my normal life, you know? And I want to show that it could be done. And all right, I will check back in when I'm done with those things. Okay, really quick, because I gotta head out. I finished putting on my makeup. There are definitely some unearthing of more dry spots as I was putting on my makeup, but here we are. I think I can pass for today. The only thing I'm worried about is like, for example, on Saturday, when I put on my makeup and I looked a certain way, and then the hours went on, more of my skin started peeling throughout the day, so I'm gonna maybe just have to check on it and continue to nip stuff off. I'm using the High Mesh BB Cream. Also, this is my favorite BB cream. I'm in the shade 25 medium if you are interested. But yeah, so here I am. Hopefully I continue to peel and I can just get back with my daily life. But I'm trying. All right, chat with you soon. Day 6 and my wish has come true. I am starting to peel up here. I started to peel up here maybe a little bit earlier than midday yesterday, along with my cheeks and the rest of my nose. And I am really happy with the progress. Here, my chin is completely peeled and you can see the nice smooth baby skin underneath, as well as in between the patches up here. A lot of my cheek has been peeled. I feel like this looks just muddy and dirty. I'm ready for it to come off. I'm trying to keep my hands away from my face, but here we are. I have a feeling, yeah, I think I'm over the hump. I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. So I think today I'm just gonna put on sunblock and some tinted moisturizer and then get on with my day and keep my hands busy so they're not picking at my face. Hello, welcome to day 7. Here is how we're looking today. A lot of it has come off, but we're not completely there yet. But I decided not to put on any base makeup today because that tinted moisturizer from yesterday was a mistake. Well, part of it was because I bought the wrong shade of tinted moisturizer, but it simply tinted the skin flakes on my face and I feel like it made it worse. It like dyed the color of the perimeter of those flakes that were left still on my skin, and I feel like it just made it worse. So we skipped on the base makeup today. I put on some concealer and some under my eyes, but for the most part we are just letting our natural skin show. I'm still very ready for the rest of this to be done. I have more of my forehead left and some on my cheeks is still pretty rough. So in the instruction manual, it said days 3 to 7 is when you're gonna be peeling. I have a feeling I'm gonna be peeling for the next at least a couple of days. I feel like I have a couple of days left to peel. I have been pretty good about just cutting off what is loose. And sometimes when I'm doing that, if the whole thing flakes off, I know, likely story, but I swear most of the time that's how the flakes come off. Just in me trying to cut it. And then the rest of it coming off too. Yesterday, I had started to see really, truly starting yesterday, a little bit 2 days ago, but mostly yesterday, where I was really starting to see the real fruits of this process. Because my skin is really shiny. My pores, I remember having larger pores here and they are so much smaller. I mean, I think this is in combination with the Hydrafacial and the peel, where the Hydrafacial pulled everything out and then the peel took off the first few layers of skin. And I really think that really paid off. Specifically the pores around my nose. My chin is looking a lot brighter. My cheeks are looking brighter. My forehead is looking brighter. We're just looking brighter all around. I'm gonna wait a little bit to see if I feel like my brown spots have lightened. I think they do. I think I need to do another before and after reminder of what that looked like, but here we are. I think the next time I'll check in might be in a couple of days when my whole face has come off and has healed. So I'll see you then. Hi, and we've made it finally to the end of this video. I mean, you saw my intro, you know what the end result was. I am so ecstatic about the results. My skin is so glass smooth, like it's like running your hands on a tabletop or a countertop or something. My skin is so smooth, more than I expected. That part was unexpected for me. So I'll say, I mean, it's been a few days since we chatted. I want to say by day like 9 or 10, that is when we were like 99% of the way there. I'm actually still peeling. It's been a week and 5 days. The last bits here are still coming off, but for the most part, this is the final result. Look at I have toned, I just washed my face. Actually, I just filmed the intro. If you remember this top, which feels like ages ago at this point, I cleansed my face and then I put on toner and I was like, you know what, I should check in because of how smooth my skin feels. And I remember when I was washing my face on day like 8 or 9 and I did like this to my face to get the cleanser all over my face. And I'm like, wow, my skin is really smooth, like glass smooth. My pores are so small. And I can't remember the last time I've had pores this small, especially around here. And we saw on my VI skin analysis, I got a problem with pores, so I would know. As you can see, my skin, I still have the brown spots that I was mentioning. I don't know if they're lighter. I don't think they are, but my skin is definitely smoother. The texture is so much smoother. My pores are smaller for sure. You can see the way the light bounces off that. It's giving me cheekbones. But I still want to address more of these brown spots. I don't know if this one lightened. I don't know if it did, but I do feel brighter though. Like I feel like my face is brighter. Close over here. And then yeah, up here, I don't know if it's still visible, but over here, I feel like I was still peeling. I feel like this area was like first and last. My makeup goes on so incredibly smoothly. There was like zero effort. I used that CC cream from It Cosmetics this morning. There was like zero effort to get it on. So I usually put on my foundation or base makeup with a palette knife. No, that's not what it's called. A spatula. And then I will buff it out using a foundation brush. I was in a rush this morning, so I pumped the CC cream onto the back of my hand and then I used my brush to dip it in and then I put it on my face. Usually when I do that, I have to work a little bit because it gets streaky and spotty. I did not have that experience at all today. It went in so easily. I am loving the results. I actually have my next Hydrafacial plus VI Peel scheduled for another 3 weeks from now. So I'm gonna do this again, this whole song and dance again, and I'm gonna be better prepared this time with my notes from the beginning of this video. Thank you so much if you stuck with me for this long. Please like and subscribe. Let me know what you've done, if you've done a peel like this, what you thought about my results, and I will chat with you soon. Thanks, bye.